What's going on, guys? Sam Adams here, and welcome to On the Topic Of, which is my series that I do every single Friday right here on the YouTube channel, where I choose a piece of news that's been in the video game news spotlight in the past week or so, and I give my thoughts and opinions on it and keep you guys informed. And this week, we're going to be talking about some Overwatch beta numbers that just came in yesterday from the official Overwatch Twitter page, which is @PlayOverwatch. So without further ado, let's go ahead and start breaking down these numbers. Now, according to a tweet that was posted on that official Overwatch Twitter, 9.7 million people came out to play the open beta for Overwatch. Now, some people will say that that's a pretty standard number. However, take into consideration the fact that Blizzard's other pretty successful game, you might have heard of it, maybe you didn't, World of Warcraft, had a peak of 12 million people back in 2010, and to be honest with you, I know it's a lot of people, but it's not that far off from 9.7 million people for a brand new game that has not really proven itself to the public as of yet. Now, of course, we also have to compare this to a couple of other betas that have happened over the course of the past month that people have been experiencing, and you have the Battleborn open beta, which is pretty much the direct competitor to Overwatch, drawing in about 2 million players, which is significantly less than Blizzard was able to pull off. And then you have the Gears of War 4 beta, which was able to pull in 1.6 million players, and you have to keep in mind that that's an Xbox One exclusive, so the people that can play that game are a little bit less than those that can play Overwatch or Battleborn. So now, what exactly does this mean in the long run? And I can interpret this in several different ways. However, I'm going to kind of narrow it down. The first thing we're going to do is throw out Gears of War. That's just kind of a number that I put in there to give you kind of a perspective of how many people actually played the Overwatch open beta. Now that that's out of the way, how is it faring with Battleborn? How are these two going head to head? I think it's clear to see that 2 million people versus 9.7 million people, although it doesn't necessarily dictate what the quality of the game actually is, it definitely means that the press has done a better job of getting Overwatch out there than the press team did for getting Battleborn out there. That's just plain to see. Now, in addition to this, I feel like with the popularity of services like YouTube and Twitch and getting more gamers playing certain games, that Overwatch has done a better job of gaining the interest of the public without even really having to have that much work done behind the scenes. I feel like with the amount of streamers streaming Overwatch and the amount of publicity that those people have given the game, that more people jumped into the open beta for Overwatch than they did Battleborn because of the positive press that they got from the people that were just playing the games in the community. I think that's another way to look at it. So the third way we can see Overwatch is that it is going to be a pretty successful game for Blizzard, and I believe that it's going to be one of their big money makers going forward. And of course, it's not all about the money, but I believe that a lot of people are going to put their faith and their money into the experience that they're getting from Overwatch. Number one, because it is genuinely fun and there are so many different ways to play the game. And number two, I believe the competitive scene for this game is going to absolutely explode over the course of its life cycle because of the way that the game tends to play. Of course, it is an arcade-based first-person shooter, a lot like Team Fortress 2, and that definitely shines through in it. However, there are so many different characters and so many characters being added to the game post-launch that pretty much the variety of ways that you can go about, attacking the objective or attacking your enemy are almost limitless, and you can definitely find a niche that you do enjoy, or you can try new things every single time you play. It just depends on how you want to play the game, and that's an experience that a lot of people have been missing with these new first-person shooters that have been coming out recently. So now, all of that to say, I do believe that Blizzard has a pretty successful game on their hands with Overwatch, because bringing 9.7 million players into an open beta for a game that is brand new to the gaming industry and has yet to prove itself to the community is nothing to shake a stick at. That is a pretty impressive feat. Now, it's going to be the post-launch life cycle of the game that is really going to be the definitive factor on if Overwatch does in fact continue on into 2017 and 2018 and maybe become a staple of competitive gaming. That's whenever the tides are going to turn. Because if it's anything like Battleborn, which again is its pretty much direct competitor, Battleborn is sitting at about 2,500 players during its peak time throughout the day, which is not that many people. In fact, it's less than Borderlands 2, which of course is developed by the exact same developer. So it's all about that experience, and if Overwatch can deliver a more intuitive and a more engaging and a more fun experience than Battleborn did, then it's definitely going to come out on top, and it could definitely establish itself as a pretty prominent first-person shooter franchise. And that's definitely what I hope happens, because after playing the beta, I have to say I did enjoy it, and I'll look forward to playing it some more in the future whenever there is a little bit of a price drop. Not that I'm cheap, but I'm a little bit cheap, but it is a great game. So there you guys have it. I hope you've enjoyed the video. If you did, drop me a like down below and share my channel with your friends so that more people can find me and my content. And speaking of that content, if you haven't checked out any of my other stuff, I upload new stuff like 3 or 4 days a week depending on the week, so there's always something new when you drop by the channel to check out some videos. And as always, I want to thank each and every one of you guys for watching this particular video. I'll talk to you soon. Peace.